My name is Nancy, and I'm recording this from a cold metal bunk in Block C of Farrow Ridge Correctional Facility. If you're watching this, you already know the headlines. The angel of care, who wasn't. Caregiver of death. Grandma Grim Reaper. I never imagined I'd end up here. I grew up in a Christian home. I went to school. I became a caregiver because I genuinely loved helping people, especially the elderly. I used to bring comfort, food, warmth, even laughter into their homes. Families trusted me. Some even said I was like a daughter to them. But somewhere along the line, something inside me twisted. Greed, temptation, pride, maybe all three. And little by little, I turned into the kind of person I never thought I could become. That's how I ended up here, telling you this story from prison, regretting every choice that dragged me down this path. People think I'm a monster. Honestly, after everything I did, maybe I am. But monsters don't wake up intending to be monsters. We grow into the teeth we sharpen. I used to be good, sweet even, the kind of caregiver families prayed for. I'd braid old ladies' hair, make heart-shaped pancakes, bring breakfast in little floral trays, hum gospel songs while fluffing pillows. The elderly couples adored me. Their children gave me gift baskets during holidays, told me I was God-sent. Maybe I was. Once. But social media has a way of turning angels into something else. It started small. A girl at my church posted a picture of her in Dubai. Golden sands, camel rides, wearing designer sunglasses. Another posted her new Mercedes. Another bought a wig so expensive it had a middle part that looked more natural than her scalp. And there I was, wiping drool, changing diapers, packing pillboxes for people who barely remembered my name. Jealousy sneaks in like a whisper.
You deserve more.
Then greed joins in.
And they won't miss it.
I wish I could say I fought it. I didn't. The first time I stole, it was a wad of cash left on the counter. Housekeeping money, the old man said, tapping the bills with a shaking hand. I pocketed $60, fully expecting him to call me out, shout, or at least squint suspiciously. But by lunchtime, he had forgotten the conversation ever happened. That felt way too easy. And once you realize you can get away with something once, you start wondering what else you can get away with. My next client was Mrs. Alvarez, a sweet old woman who wore more jewelry than the mannequins at the mall. Gold bangles, silver rings, and a pearl brooch she always pinned to her nightgown. The first day I worked for her, she told me,
"These were my late husband's gifts. Every piece has a story."
And in my head, all I heard was,
Every piece has a price.
I started small again. A bracelet here, a ring there. Every time she asked,
"Dear, have you seen my necklace? I swore I left it on my dresser."
I'd just shrug. Maybe you misplaced it. You know how memory can be. She'd blink, confused, then nod slowly. I began convincing myself she did have dementia, even though she didn't. It made me feel better, like stealing from someone confused was somehow different. And when she complained to her son, I'm concerned. She's been forgetting things lately. They believed me. That's when the greed really sharpened its teeth. The next client was Mr. Walton. Old, wealthy, quiet, and too trusting for his own good. He left his checkbook lying around like it was a grocery list. So I started practicing his shaky signature until I could copy it perfectly. The next week, I forged a check for a few $100s. When nobody noticed, I made it 1,000. Then 3. He didn't even check his statements. And the pills? God help me, the pills started with, just to calm him down. He had been insisting someone was stealing from him, which of course I was. So I adjusted his medication, just enough to keep him drowsy, quiet, slow. But old people don't mix well with the wrong pill combination. One morning he didn't wake up. People said,
He was almost 88, natural causes. He lived a long life.
Me? I stared at his lifeless body and whispered to myself, maybe he shouldn't have been so nosy. And that week, I pocketed jewelry from his house and cashed out 2 more forged checks before the family cleaned out the place. It was never supposed to go that far. But once you taste how easy evil can be, stopping feels harder than continuing. Sometimes I wonder if I would have ever stopped. Probably not, but every devil eventually meets someone willing to drag them back to hell. For me, That person was Margaret Lorne. When I first met her, she looked like every other wealthy elderly widow. Snowy hair styled into a neat bun, pearl earrings, a beige cashmere cardigan. Her house was spotless, like a museum where even the dust was scared to misbehave. Her son, Officer Daniel Lorne, hired me because his schedule as a police officer kept him busy.
We've had 2 caregivers in the last 6 months. Mom is particular, but she's a good woman. Treat her with respect.
If only he knew. Margaret smiled at me politely. But there was something behind her eyes, something sharper than age should have allowed. I ignored the feeling. My greed didn't. On my second day, I noticed her jewelry drawer. Real gold, real diamonds, no cheap-plated nonsense. And her medication cabinet had enough sedatives to calm a herd of elephants. All I saw were dollar signs. That night, I opened her file on my phone. I needed to know everything. Because the thing about stealing is, the more you do it, the more you think you're invincible. I should have stopped when her pearl necklace went missing and she looked at me with those gray eyes.
Nancy, dear, have you seen my necklace?
No, ma'am. Maybe you misplaced it. She didn't argue. She didn't accuse. She just smiled gently. That should have terrified me, but it didn't. Not then. 2 days later, her gold ring disappeared.
Strange things have been happening, haven't they?
Yes, ma'am. Maybe you're forgetting things. Her eyebrow raised.
You think so?
Yes, ma'am.
And here I was thinking I've been remembering too much lately.
For 1 second, I felt exposed, but I brushed it off. Then I made my biggest mistake. I Googled her name, I dug up her background. I wanted to see if she had assets I could access. And that's when I learned something horrifying. She wasn't some naive old lady. She was a retired forensic nurse who used to assist in suspicious death investigations, especially cases involving elder abuse. She knew every sign, every symptom, every trick. And I had walked right into her house like a lamb into the slaughterhouse. But instead of stopping, I got scared. And when I get scared, I do terrible things. I decided I needed to act fast. I needed a big payout before leaving. So I forged her signature on a check. $10,000. I was proud of myself. Until the next morning. I found her lying on the floor, still, pale, eyes closed, dead. At least that's what I thought. I leaned over her body, pressing my fingers to her neck. No pulse. I should have called her son, or 911. Instead, I smiled. Finally. I walked through her room, opening drawers, pockets, closets. I pocketed jewelry, cash, even a gold watch I had admired since day one. Then I pulled out my phone and made a call. Hey, I can come over. Old lady finally dropped dead. I said it laughing. That laugh sealed my fate. Because she wasn't dead. She wasn't even unconscious. She had slowed her breathing intentionally, the same technique used in medical training simulations. And the whole time, her phone was recording me. Her son, Officer Daniel, burst through the door 10 minutes later.
Hands up!
I screamed so loud I nearly cracked a rib. Margaret sat up slowly, brushing off her cardigan as if waking from a nap.
Did you get everything, Danny?
Every word.
I was dragged out in handcuffs. As neighbors watched, Margaret looked me dead in the eye.
You stole from people who trusted you. You hurt those who loved you. But the worst part?
She leaned close.
You thought you were smarter than everyone else.
She was right. At the station, they had everything. My forged checks, my fingerprints on missing jewelry, the phone call recording, even toxicology tests from old clients that suddenly made sense. I tried to deny it.
Nancy, we know you adjusted medications.
They were old. They were sick.
And you made sure they stayed that way.
I was sentenced to 15 years. 15 years sounds long. But here, time drips like cold syrup. And let me tell you, prison isn't kind to people like me. See, most inmates hate snitches, or abusers, or thieves, but they especially hate anyone who hurts old people. On my first week, a woman named Brick, yes, Brick, because she has a jaw shaped like one, cornered me during breakfast.
So you're the grandma killer.
I never killed. Before I could finish, she pushed me.
People gave you love, gave you trust, and you robbed them.
Another inmate chimed in.
My Nana died in a home. Better hope her ghost don't find you.
Even the guards don't look me in the eye. Some nights I hear the older inmates crying quietly, and I think of the people who used to call me Angel. The irony tastes like metal, but here's the real twist, the part nobody knows. I got a letter last month from Margaret. Yes, the same woman who destroyed me. Inside was one sentence. You could have been good. I don't know why, but that broke me more than the trial, the prison bus, the cell door slamming shut. Because she was right. I could have been good. I started good. But greed devours, and I let it. I sit here now, in my orange jumpsuit, thinking about every old man who trusted me with his wallet. Every old woman who trusted me with her life. Every smile I took advantage of. Every family I lied to. I deserve to be here, and I deserve every whisper, every glare, every punishment. But if you're watching, if you're young, ambitious, tempted by fast money, or dreaming of luxury so badly you'd cut moral corners, let me be your cautionary tale. Don't become me. Don't confuse opportunity with entitlement. Don't think you're too clever to fall, because the ground waits for everyone, even angels. And before I wrap this up, I know we're supposed to end these videos with something catchy, so please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because trust me, prison food is terrible, and the only thing keeping me alive is the hope this video goes viral. Now excuse me, Brick is calling me, and trust me, you do not ignore Brick.